Ancient Sparta. Ancient Sparta, also known as Lacedaemon, was one of the most powerful city-states of ancient Greece. Known for its military nature and strict customs, it played a key role in the history of the region, political and social system. Sparta was unique in its system, which is often described as a mixture of monarchy, oligarchy, and democracy. It was ruled by two kings who inherited their titles and led the army in times of war. However, their power was limited by a group of officials known as the ephors and by the Council of Elders, called the Gerousia, which consisted of 28 older men above the age of 60 and the two kings. There was also an assembly of citizens, the Apella, which had limited decision-making power, customs and education. The Spartan way of life was simple and austere. Child rearing was very strict. At the age of 7, boys were taken under the care of the state and incorporated into the agoge, a system of civic and military education designed to prepare them for life as Spartan warriors. The agoge emphasized discipline, endurance, and martial skills. Girls also received strict upbringing, though their training was focused on becoming strong mothers of future warriors. Mandatory military service. Every able-bodied man was required to serve in the military from the age of 20 until the age of 60. A Spartan was a professional soldier whose life was focused on military service. The Spartan army was one of the strongest in ancient Greece, and its hoplites were considered a model of discipline and combat effectiveness. The Battle of Marathon, 490 years BCE. The Battle of Marathon was a conflict between Persian and Greek forces, in which Sparta did not play a significant role, as it arrived after the fighting had ended. The Persians, led by King Darius, attempted to conquer Greece but were defeated by the Athenians and their allies. The memory of the Marathon victory was alive in Greek consciousness and contributed to the rise of Greek resistance against Persian expansion. The Battle of Thermopylae, 480 years BCE. The Battle of Thermopylae is one of the most iconic moments in Spartan history. In 480 BCE, during the Second Persian invasion, King Xerxes' army attacked Greece. King Leonidas, along with 300 Spartan hoplites and several thousand allies, stood in defense of the narrow pass at Thermopylae. Despite their heroic defense, the overwhelming Persian forces eventually breached the Greek defense. Leonidas and his 300 Spartans fought to the last man, becoming a symbol of sacrifice and valor. The Battle of Salamis, 480 years BCE. The naval battle of Salamis took place the same year as the conflict at Thermopylae. After the fall of Thermopylae, the Persians headed towards the Peloponnese, and the Greeks, led by Themistocles, decided to confront the Persian flotilla in the narrow waters near the island of Salamis. Greek tactics exploited their advantage in maneuvering smaller and more agile ships, leading to a decisive victory over the Persian fleet. This success was key and led to the final repelling of the Persian invasion. Greek warrior hoplite. The hoplite was a heavily armed infantryman who formed the core of the armies of Greek city-states. He was armed with a long spear, a sword, and a shield. Hoplites also wore armor consisting of a helmet, a breastplate, and greaves. Phalanx. The phalanx was a classic Greek battle formation where hoplites stood in tight lines side by side, forming a wall of shields. The effectiveness of the phalanx depended on the discipline and the ability of the soldiers to cooperate. The tradition of marathon runs. The tradition of marathon runs refers to the legendary feat of the Greek soldier Phidippides, who was said to have run the distance from Marathon to Athens to deliver the message of victory over the Persians. After delivering the message, he was said to have died from exhaustion. The distance he ran is similar to the modern marathon, about 42 kilometers. Ancient Sparta left a mark in history primarily through its unique social and military system, which had an impact on the entire Western culture. You can find more historical information in our mobile app, MLG History, which will be available in December.